Former FBI Director James Comey joins me now, and he's written a brand new book, Westport, a crime thriller set in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut, so, I don't know, you want to make people think there's all this crime happening there, but that's okay. Congratulations on the book. So I just wanted to start with, of course, the news this week. And before the verdict, you had said it was highly likely to result in a conviction. That's obviously what happened. A year ago, you made this prediction about Trump wearing an ankle bracelet. Do you think he's going to be wearing an ankle bracelet or be in jail after the sentencing?
I don't know. Seems unlikely, but I've never seen a defendant beg for it more by attacking the judge, attacking the jury, attacking the witnesses. One of the key things in assessing what sentence is appropriate, a judge looks at, so are you sorry for what you did? Are you respecting the system? This defendant is running the other way.
So a lot of people have suggested that there are a range of factors that would make it difficult to put the system has not been tested in this way. Do you agree with that it would be difficult or nearly impossible for the law enforcement institutions to put him in actual jail?
No, they would just put him in a double wide somewhere out near the fence, out in the grass. And he would eat there, he'd shower there, he'd exercise there, he'd be away, as Danya Perry said, from general population, but it's obviously doable.
So your name was brought up in David Pecker's testimony, which was, of course, the first person who testified and it turned out to be quite an important part of the trial that we watched over the last 6 weeks. He described a January 2017 meeting that you attended, and Pecker testified that at that meeting, Trump said, quote, he, Pecker, probably knows more than anybody else in the room. Earlier this week, you said you didn't want to comment on a witness testimony, of course, before a jury rendered a verdict. They've rendered a verdict. Sounded like you also suggested his account may have been different from your recollection. So what is different? What was different from how you recollected that meeting? Yeah,
it seems like an honest misrecollection on his part. I was never in a meeting with Mr. Pecker. Listening to his testimony, I think he may have passed me in the hallway. So in his memory, I'm a giraffe, so I loomed large literally and figuratively, but I was never in a meeting like that. I wrote in a memo every conversation I had during that visit to Trump Tower that day, and it didn't include.
So you were never in a meeting with David Pecker? Did you at all, or just not that meeting?
No, never.
Never in a meeting?
Never been in the man's presence.
Well, that is a difference. I wanted to talk to you about the other three cases because, there are, as I noted in my opening here, three other cases pending, including 2 federal cases that are indefinitely on hold. I want to play something you said to me last June about the timing, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
I can't imagine a circumstance where the Department of Justice wouldn't, if they're going to charge him, wouldn't have done it so far in advance that we'd have a resolution before he took office.
So we're a year later, and we're waiting for the immunity ruling of the Supreme Court. First of all, do you think they could still get the January 6th case done if the Supreme Court rules in the next couple of weeks? Do you think they could still get it done before November? Seems unlikely.
With that, either case will be done before. And I didn't mean Trump taking office. God forbid. I meant before the election, where I'm optimistic he will lose. But I don't think that either case on the federal side will be resolved by then.
Let me ask you about the attacks used, because there are attacks on Judge Merchan, on Alvin Bragg, even posts of jurors. You've obviously said, it seems like you've said, that this could weigh in on the sentencing. But I want to ask you more about the impact and the danger of that, and how concerned you are about a repeat of the type of violence that we saw on January 6th.
I'm very concerned about attacks on the individual participants in the justice system. It's the reason we created the Federal Witness Security Program, to protect witnesses from mob threats like this. We have anonymous juries to try and protect them from mob threats. I never thought the mob threats would be coming out of the mouth of the Republican candidate for president. So I'm very concerned about that, concerned about wingnuts who are in MAGA world acting on that rhetoric to take steps to harm people. I'm not concerned, believe it or not, about large-scale violence. I think a deterrence message was still being sent by the Department of Justice that has scared the crap out of the would-be Capitol sackers, the would-be marchers. I think it's the reason you see almost no one at any of his legal appearances. So I'm less concerned about that. I remain very concerned about the individual threats and attacks.
I was at the courthouse on Tuesday, and it was a very small crowd. Let's hope that continues to be the case. So let me ask you about your book. I mean, truth can be stranger than fiction lately, I think it's fair to say. But this is your second book. It's called Westport, Tell us about your inspiration for this book, and what did you draw from your own experiences as people who are preparing to read it or buy it out there?
Well, it's a murder whodunit that is set in a different one than the first case, first book was in a mob case in Manhattan. This is in a financial manager, a big hedge fund in Connecticut. I happen to work at one. It's not a secret history of them, but it gave me enough knowledge to bring my characters to a very different world and tell a story that I think people will find addictive, a pretty good summer read for them.
And has this become cathartic for you, writing of these fiction books? This is not going to be your last one, it sounds like. It's your second one. Is it more cathartic than working in the FBI?
It's more fun than working in the FBI. You don't have to testify in front of Congress, for example. But I find it much more fun, harder than I expected, but much more fun than I expected, because I can take people and show them places I've known well through fiction with much more freedom than I ever imagined.
Director Comey, thank you so much for joining me on set this afternoon. Appreciate you spending the time.